With me now is Michigan native filmmaker Michael Moore. Mr. Moore, you were with us before the election. What's your initial takeaways when you heard that some of your home state of Michigan flipped back to blue? I mean, this is a state where we've had militia groups talking about kidnapping the governor. We've had all kinds of shenanigans, yet Biden was able to win. Your Senator Gary Peters, the Democrat, was able to win. What's your initial reaction?
Well, utter elation. I think all of us in Michigan who've had to suffer through the embarrassment of it being red 4 years ago feel very good now. But I think I can say for myself, I'm mostly grateful to what really put Michigan over the top and Pennsylvania and Wisconsin was the black vote. I mean, black Detroit delivered and black Flint delivered Michigan for Joe Biden, as did black Philly, as did black Milwaukee, and young people. If you look at the map of Michigan, Biden won Michigan by winning about, I think we have about 80 counties in Michigan. Biden won 11 of them. But it's the I-75 corridor of majority black cities, Flint, Pontiac, Detroit, et cetera. And then the places where there are large college towns where young people are. So Ann Arbor, Lansing, East Lansing, right. That area, the little bit of where I live up in northwestern Michigan, all went blue, as did a very strong kind of old school union piece of the Upper Peninsula. So that's how that happened. But it happened the same way in Pennsylvania and in Milwaukee. Black Atlanta is delivering Georgia, and Hispanic Nevada and Arizona is delivering those two states. Now, I don't want this to get lost in the discussion how people of color, young people, and women made this victory happen. And when Joe Biden said last night, thanking the black community for having his back, and then he said, "And I will have yours," and that's what I want to show. Profound moment.
That's what I want to show. Let me show you exactly what he said.
Oh, good.
Because I've never heard a presidential winner say this.
Never heard it. Correct.
Our nation is shaped by the constant battle between our better angels and our darkest impulses. And what presidents say in this battle matters. It's time for our better angels to prevail.
And he said, I was going to play the clip as well, where he said, African Americans had my back and I will have theirs. And many of us are going to make sure that is the case. We have seen in Michigan, as I said, these militia groups and other far right-wing groups. What do you think, as Donald Trump comes with these frivolous lawsuits and all, what happens now in states like your home state? You're a national, global figure, but in your home state, what happens now to these groups? Do you worry that they will be agitated, or do you think that there can be some way that people move forward here?
Yeah, again, like I said on your show a few weeks ago, their bark is bigger than their bite. People need to not be afraid. Don't be afraid of any bully. It's not. The thing is that the people on the right, should they happen to be watching right now, I mean, what I would say to them is that you don't have to be worried. Joe Biden's not going to take away your guns. You don't have to be worried about whatever it is you're worried about. In fact, you should rejoice because Joe Biden is going to work toward universal health care for everyone, and that includes you. He's going to expand the Family Leave Act. That will help you. Everything that he's going to do, most importantly, starting tomorrow with this COVID task force, he's going to make sure that your parents and grandparents aren't going to die from this disease, this virus. So these are all good things, regardless whether you're a Democrat or Republican. But my question, Al, is, and I guess I will ask you this because we often talk about the spiritual part of this when I come on, because I'm always Joe Biden last night said that we have to heal, and I agree with that. We have to love our neighbor. We have to love our enemy. But when healing takes place, sometimes it doesn't have to necessarily be a two-way street, because the people who have been abused, whether it's the babies that were ripped out of their mother's arms and put in cages, whether it's the dreamers who have had to suffer through these 4 years thinking that they might be removed from this country, go down the whole list of the people who suffered at the hands of Donald Trump. What are they required to do in order to heal?
And I think I'm sorry for cutting you off because we're out of time, but I think we've got to challenge all sides to remember what you just said. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, because don't leave the injured out of the healing process. Michael Moore.
And don't blame the victims of the crimes of Donald Trump, the poor and others. Like, oh, you must heal. No. I'm the victim of his abusive behavior. And the healing has to come now from the White House, which it will, and we have to get the Georgia, and we have to get these 2 seats in the United States Senate. I can't think of anything more important to do between now and January 5th than to get these 2 senators elected, so that we have we won't be able to get the things done we want to get done if we don't have the Senate. And just like Latasha said in the earlier segment, she was giving up her birthday tomorrow because of the greater good, and she'll have it later on January 6th or whatever. That's what we should all look at the holidays as that.
Forward. You're absolutely right.
Keep moving forward. We have no choice at this point, but it's a great day, and take a moment to celebrate.
All right, but not a long moment. We got to go back to work.
I think a moment goes
I want to bring back
like
my
that.
panel. Thank you again, Michael Moore. Always good to have you.